What if I told you that the greatest war in Indian history wasn't fought for power, but for truth? A war where gods walked as men, where curses shaped destinies, and where a single dice game decided the fate of an entire civilization. Today, on Timeless Tales, we uncover the real chronological story of the Mahabharata, from the whispered beginning to the catastrophic end. And trust me, every twist is more unbelievable than the last. Before the war, the curses that started everything. 1. The birth of Shantanu's curse. Long before the Pandavas and Kauravas were even born, a king named Shantanu fell in love with a woman who was not human. She was Ganga, a celestial being. Her condition? He must never question her actions. But when she drowned their newborns one after another, Shantanu broke his silence. And with that, destiny cracked open, leading to Bhishma, the man who would shape the fate of the kingdom more than anyone else. Why would Ganga drown her own children? And how does this single incident ignite the war? Long before the Pandavas and Kauravas were even born, a king named Bhishma, the vow that doomed a dynasty. Ganga reveals that the children were celestial beings cursed to be born on earth. Her act freed them. But the eighth child, Devavrat, later known as Bhishma, remained. And to ensure his father's happiness, Bhishma takes the terrible vow. He renounces the throne. He vows lifelong celibacy. He pledges eternal loyalty to the throne of Hastinapura. This vow shakes heaven itself, and the gods call it Bhishana Pratigya, the terrible oath. Greatness often demands sacrifice, but Bhishma's sacrifice became the foundation of tragedy. The birth of rivalry, Pandavas and Kauravas. The mysterious births. Kunti receives a divine mantra that allows her to invoke gods. She births Yudhishthira, Dharma, Bhima, Vayu, Arjuna, Indra, and twins Nakula, Sahadeva, Ashwini gods. Gandhari, competing in devotion, blindfolds herself for life and births 100 sons, the Kauravas, led by Duryodhana. Bhima's superhuman strength terrifies the Kauravas. Duryodhana begins plotting his murder in childhood. The seeds of the Kurukshetra War are quietly planted here, not by politics, but by envy. The game of deceit. This is the turning point. Duryodhana, humiliated by the Pandavas' rising power, challenges Yudhishthira to a rigged dice game. The Pandavas lose everything. Draupadi is humiliated in the royal court. Dhritarashtra, frightened by divine signs, returns everything. But then, a second game is forced, and the Pandavas lose again. The 13-year exile begins. Here lies the emotional core of the epic. A warrior people walk into the forest with nothing except justice in their hearts, and vengeance burning quietly. Prelude to war. During exile, Arjuna receives the celestial weapons. Bhima promises to tear apart Dushasana. Draupadi swears she will not tie her hair until it's washed in the blood of her enemies. Krishna becomes the silent force guiding them. Alliances form. Lines are drawn. Every kingdom must choose a side. Why does Krishna refuse to fight, but still becomes the most important figure in the war? Kurukshetra War. 18 days of destruction. The war is not just battles. It is a sequence of heartbreaking moments that reshape Dharma itself. Day 1 to 9. Bhishma's dominance. No one can defeat him. Until Arjuna, guided by Shikhandi, brings him down. Day 10 to 14. Drona's wrath. Arjuna's son Abhimanyu is brutally killed in the Chakravyuha, one of the most emotionally painful episodes. Day 15. Drona's fall. A lie breaks the heart of the greatest teacher. Day 16 to 17. Karna versus Arjuna. The long-awaited duel ends in tragedy for Karna, the unsung hero, cursed since birth. Day 18. The end. Bhima kills Duryodhana. Ashvatthama attacks at night, killing the remaining Pandava children. The war ends, but victory feels like loss. Aftermath. The cost of Dharma. Yudhishthira becomes king, but is shattered by grief. Krishna's departure marks the beginning of Kali Yuga. The Pandavas eventually begin their final journey toward the Himalayas. In the end, only Yudhishthira reaches heaven alive. The Mahabharata concludes with a message. In the battle between ego and righteousness, even victory can taste like ashes. If you think this was intense, wait till we dive into the secret stories of the Mahabharata. The curse that killed Krishna. Make sure to subscribe to Timeless Tales, because history isn't just about the past. It's a mirror showing who we are today.